Because man, if you want to grow a 6-figure business, just go get a job. Crazy.
Can you build an 8-figure online business without a clear business strategy?
No, you cannot. It requires you to have a clear strategy, right? Like, think about it. Like, you got to have a plan. I talk about this all the time, by the way. People get sick of me talking about it, but it's fundamentals. By the way, I say the things over and over and over again, different ways, because consistency wins the game. And without a plan, what are you going to execute against? So you absolutely need a plan. Without one, without a business plan, don't even start. And when you write a business plan, what you'll learn is that you're going to unpack a whole bunch of things you didn't realize that you needed to manage or look at or analyze before the business even starts. So that's why you do it. So you should always do that.
And does having a professional looking website automatically guarantee success?
No, it doesn't. Oh, look, I guess it supports. It's not a brand. By the way, a logo and a website is not a brand, right? It's just not. And if you really want to be a long-term successful business, you need to build a brand, but you don't need to build a brand straight away. If you're in startup, fuck the brand building. Don't worry about it. You're going to get caught up in it. You are going to get caught up in it. And I see it happen all the time. I know this guy, right? And, I've known this guy for quite a while. He builds a website and he spends all his time building this amazing website. This goes on for 12 months or a year, right? He's building this website. And I asked him, how's business? He goes, oh, great. I said, we're still building the website. I said, are you fucking serious? How much money have you made? How many products have you sold? Oh, we haven't sold any. I'm just waiting to get the website right. So that neurosis will kill your business. You don't need a fucking website. I could pick up the phone and sell a product and generate revenue straight away without a website. I guarantee you. Is it nice to have? Yes. Should it look great? Yes. Should it have purpose? Yes. Should it be functional? Yes. Should you operate, deploy SEO? Yes. All those things you should do, but it's not the first thing that you should do, right? So you need to build a business plan, get the strategy right, start to execute against it, and build the website as you're moving forward. But think about market cap, who you're selling to, what's your massive transformative purpose, what's your pitch, what's your offer, what are your terms, how do you manage the money? Like, those are the really important things. The website, sure, get it done, get a cheap website, don't spend a lot of money on it, and build the website to be an evergreen over time.
And is traffic more important than conversion rates when growing your business?
It's always conversion rates. Traffic's bullshit. You can have a lot of traffic who don't convert. So you can open the door, all right, and everyone peers through it, but you want them to walk in and close the door behind them. Like, that's closing, right? So if you want to close deals, and you want to be that sort of business and actually make money, that's conversion rate. It's all about conversion rate. Conversion rate to appointment, conversion rate to booking, conversion rate to pickup, conversion rate to close. All that sort of stuff is really, really critical.
Talk to me about audience, target audiences. How important is that?
Super important.
What do you know your target audience?
Well, don't start. Because what you're going to do is you're going to advertise to the wrong people. And you're going to burn a whole bunch of cash. I know, I've done it multiple times. It took me a while to figure that out. And it's not because I'm stupid. It's just because I run fast and break things when I was a young entrepreneur. I didn't really care. So identifying your target audience so you can really pinpoint your avatar, really pinpoint your offer, really pinpoint your sales mechanisms, really pinpoint your story, all of that narrative. Plus you got to select your audiences in Meta, in Google, wherever else you're going to advertise. And without knowing that really well, it's going to cost you severely and it's just going to slow you down. So there are marketing agencies out there that can help you with that, but you probably know who it is already. Write it on paper, give it to an SEO person, give it to a Meta person who's going to be doing your advertising, and get them to figure it out for you so they can drop that ad and that retargeting in the lap of the person who's the perfect customer for you.
Wait, talk to me about niche audiences, or your niche. Do most online businesses fail because they pick the wrong niche?
The wrong niche, the wrong niche. No, they don't. They fail because the founder's stupid. What I mean by that is they just haven't thought about it logically and strategically, right? Like, strategy wins all the time. Execution wins all the time. You got to put the emotion aside, right? So normally it just comes down to the founder. I've got a book. I wrote a book a few years ago. I haven't published it yet, but it's called Everything is Your Fault. And what it means is it's the story of a founder, right, namely me, who realized this a little bit too late, but managed to pivot at the right time, and where you take responsibility for everything. So if your business is failing, it's because of lack of planning, lack of strategy, and lack of execution. Those are really the three things that matter. Like, there's all this other stuff, don't get me wrong. So the caveat is there's marketing, advertising, and what we spoke about, avatar and all that sort of stuff, but that doesn't matter, not at the start. You got a plan, right, strategy, and you have to execute against that. That's it.
So is social media the only way to generate traffic for your audience?
No, absolutely not. It's pretty powerful though. We're all in on social, so we, the hundreds of thousands of dollars we spend in advertising, I should say millions, it's all on social. So we're big in Meta and Google, right? Those are our two sort of plays. We do SEO as well, so we're spending search engine optimization strategies for our website and our landing pages. But there's all these digital assets, right, inside of social media. Like, if you wanted to talk about that as a center advertising vertical, is that you need to build landing pages that are optimized for the campaign, right? So there's all these digital assets that are in play. So you got to think about that. We actually looked at radio not that long ago. We have a business that works in the construction sector, training, education company. And we thought, hey, that might be a good vertical for us. So we're looking at the numbers and doing some research on that. So that's a thing. Setting up communities is another thing. Partnerships is another thing. Affiliates are another thing. So there's all these things that you can stack. It's not just about advertising. I think advertising is the place to start, but sometimes it's not necessarily where you end up, obviously depending on your product and your service, but you want to go and do your research first. Again, when you identify who your ideal customer is, where are they? What are they looking at? What social media platform are they on? And where do they hang out? And what are they interested in, right? Because sometimes it might be community pages could be a really good center point of leverage for your business. It's not ready for ours, but it could be for yours. Who knows? It could be a physical advertising campaign, right? Where you're building communities, where you're doing networking events. Like, that's super powerful. That doesn't work for us, but it may work for you.
Can you launch a profitable business in under 30 days with the right strategy?
Yeah, 100%. You could launch a business with the right strategy in 5 days, right? It just depends on how good you are and how good the strategy is. So strategy is important. It's my go-to, right? I was writing strategy on Wednesday. I was writing strategy early this morning. I'll write strategy this weekend, because when there's a problem, strategy helps me work through the problem, right? Like, how do I execute against this to fix that issue? So I think it's super critical. If you're not good at writing strategy, get help with it. And don't try and move forward without it, because, excuse me, it's just super difficult. A strategy is a document that breaks down actionable items that move you towards a result or a goal, right? So whatever you're trying to achieve. So it takes the big thing and breaks it down into iterations. That's what a strategy is. But it's sequential. So one has to happen before you can do two. You can't do three unless two is completed. That takes you to three. And what happens is it gets you super laser focused. And it helps you deliver on the goal. Everyone's trying to run to the fucking golden castle on the top of the hill with the goose who lays golden eggs. Fuck that. How are you going to get there is what you should be thinking about. So that's what strategy is in a simple goose golden sort of way.
So do you need a huge marketing budget to hit 8 figures online?
No, you don't. You just need to be super smart, right? So you can go viral on a campaign without any dollars. Like, you don't need advertising dollars. Now, we spend, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on advertising. But we didn't start there. We boosted like $10 a week when I started. And then we wrote cool things and posted them on social media. And we joined community groups. That was back in the day, right, in startup, when we're running fast and breaking things, right, and chasing unicorns. But you don't have to do that. But you got to be careful. Like, you can't build an 8-figure company on that strategy. You can start there, but eventually you have to mature and grow up a little bit, right? And you are going to need to advertise. So you need to build revenue, you need to make money, put a little bit aside, grow more, put a little bit more aside, grow more, put a little bit more aside, and just, again, move in iterations, right? Focus on 3 months and quarters on that first 12 months to 24 months and build some revenue to advertise.
Focusing on too many traffic sources hurt your business growth. Meta and Google.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yes and no. I don't know, man. Depends on your product, right? You really need to think about that. We didn't touch Google for a long time. We only just went all in on Meta because I think we were paying then. This is like 100 years ago. We were paying like $20 a lead, right? Now we pay $70 a lead or $75, on the same platform. Will advertising go down? No, it will not. It will only go upwards, people. So you sort of need to think about that. But I'd start with one thing. Just do one thing. Don't do multiple things. If you want to start with Google and just turn everything else off and get laser focused, right? I think that's the problem with entrepreneurs. We're all unicorn chasers. I get it. We come up with these great ideas and we want to knock down the first level and start building one down the road. But you just got to go all in and commit to that. So I would go Google or Meta. TikTok, if that's your thing. LinkedIn, look, I haven't had a lot of success with, so I don't know about you, but you could give it a shot. EDM campaigns, look, I don't really know, but just pick one thing, get really good at it, go deep, and do it for a minimum of, say, 60 to 90 days, and then you'll know. If you need to run fast, do it for 30, but 90 would be optimal.
Is email marketing dead in 2025?
Absolutely not. By the way, I love email marketing because I think it's awesome. The thing is people don't know how to innovate and get good at it, right? So if I was to, like, Dan Martell, Hormozy, like, those guys are super fucking good at EDMs, man. But people use a traditional platform, right? And they don't innovate, and then when the market changes, they want, oh, this doesn't work anymore. No, it's because you're stupid. Like, just rewrite the content, make it more engaging. Like, now what's firing right now is to the point, medium form, storytelling orientated marketing and emails. That's firing right now. So we have to change our strategy continually because the market's moving super fast, right? It moves so fast, man. The customer and the client mature so quickly and move so fast, it's crazy. So what was in trend in the 80s and the 90s that lasted for 2 to 3 years is now lasts for 6 months. And then they're on to the next thing, right? So, your subject lines have got to be on point. I still see people writing really long, boring emails with boring images in them. So we send out things like, video messages, really cool CTAs to download free stuff, really short, punchy, humorous style emails, right? And then we have the serious ones that may have an equation, a mathematical equation in it, so people can read it because people are different, all right? They absorb information, so you're going to constantly be A/B testing. But yeah, no, I think email marketing is still super powerful. It's underappreciated. And it's free. People, it's free. It doesn't cost you any money. Build the goddamn lists, right? But please check your delivery rates, because if you're sending out 1,000 emails and your delivery rate's 10%, that's not great. So you really need to get your tech right.
Yeah. Working more hours always mean that you'll grow faster online?
Well, let's just remove the term online. Let's just say business in general, right? Yeah, it kind of does and it kind of doesn't. If you're not, being productive, working 100 hours a week's a waste of time. If you're a super productive person, working 100 hours a week means you're going to get there a lot faster than anybody else. So it all depends on who you are. Like, I know people who can get things done really quickly in 1 or 2 hours, and some people it takes 1 or 2 weeks. So who are you, right? So look at the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror and figure that out. But I'm highly productive at 100 hours. Like, I can work what most people do in a month. I'll get it done in 1 week if I worked 100 hours. So it's a bit of a superpower for me. I know lots of entrepreneurs who are like that. So yeah, if it works for you, man, go for it. If you just get burnt out and stressed, just don't do it. Like, what's the point? Because, walking around saying, oh, I worked 100 hours last week and you didn't fucking achieve anything, well, there's no point to that. It's just a waste of time.
Can you really scale to an 8-figure business or an 8-figure company without paid ads?
This is kind of similar to the last question, a couple of questions back. Yes, you can. Is it going to be difficult? Absolutely. Yeah. Do you need to know your product and your market and your customer and your avatar really well? Absolutely you do. Because without that, you'll never get there. But if you're super and hyper good at that, you could do it. If it's the word I'm looking for is exponential, you could probably do it as well. So if you came out, look at Elon, right? He's a great example of this. Like, he doesn't advertise, right? It's because he doesn't need to. People always ask him, dude, why don't you advertise your Teslas on television, But so there's superpower in not doing that, and it's a brand in itself, right? So when you create something that no one else has done, you don't need to advertise. The community will do it for you. So, but, we're not all Elon Musk, right? Probably if you're watching this, you're definitely not Elon Musk. Elon, if you're watching, great. Love your work, man. That's awesome. Look, I think you kind of have to, if you want to get there, or you just have to be hyper smart about it and leverage communities and, maybe influencers and all that sort of stuff if you can get away with it. Or maybe you're an influencer yourself, well, then you leverage your own personal brand without the advertising component. But I think, you got to advertise at some stage, you know what I mean? But, you don't have to do it straight away, like I said before. But build a budget for it, and it doesn't need to be big. And go all in on it, depending on what advertising platform you're going to choose. Make sure you do the research first. Choose the advertising platform. Find the right agency that can educate you. Flick them in 3 months, and you can carry on with it. Or go all in and figure it out yourself. And I think founders should do more of that, just doing it themselves, right? Because I used to sort of do a little bit of it. I always had a guy with me who sort of knew how to advertise and use Metro back end and all that sort of stuff, which is cool. Because I was busy selling sort of on the phone, right? So, if you're that inclined and you're a sales founder and you need to be on the phone closing deals, well, pay someone else to do it.
Is perfectionism one of the biggest killers in an online startup?
It can be. Perfectionism, or what I call neurosis, can kill you, right? Well, what happens when you put 3 architects in a room, man? Fucking nothing. Why? Because they're fully neurotic, right? And they end up being neurotic together. It's like the guy with the website where it needed to be 100% perfect. It is just fucking stupid, man. Because I know brands out there who are not great. It's not a great product, but they're highly successful businesses, right?